I am Christian Drye. Professionally, I go by Drye, and I am a teaching artist for the Cincinnati Arts Association. I teach, it's a social emotional learning curriculum. So the teaching artists is we create our own curriculum. Mine is based off my life and my experiences, my artwork. So I'm teaching the kids how to recognize and express emotions. Growing up in Lincoln Heights, I started with like sidewalk chalk and little finger paint. Then we moved to Wind Terrace. I eventually got into Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, and we used to draw the cars that we didn't have. And then in college, I got to just reconnect with it through graphic design, and then I started teaching myself how to paint. It made like time stop. So if I was going through stuff and I'm just locked in, I can be drawing or painting for 2-3 hours straight. Nothing else matters, like everything freezes. So, you know, I want to share that experience, what that feels like with the world, and hopefully they can open up, you know, that type of experience for themselves. So, you know, it's because of CAA that I can do that. Everybody needs an outlet to express themselves. You know, sometimes you don't have the words, but you have colors in your mind. Sometimes you don't have the words, but you have a movement. Sometimes you don't have the words, but you have this picture in your head, or, you know, this hand signal, or a fabric idea. Art really helps develop kids and adults alike. A lot of people my age still don't know how to express themselves, because when we were young, you know, I grew up with a single mom. So she, you know, you had to be tough, don't cry, stop complaining. So I'm just blessed to be able to, you know, be in the field or the energy of art. And, you know, I had to develop that skill as well, but I can now. So yeah, I love it. I see my thoughts in colors. They change every time, so it's not like a certain color with a certain emotion or event. Visual art teaches me how to like analyze, break things down, break problems down, and synthesize, put it back together. So it's teaching me how to like process my thought. I've been with maybe like 6 or 7 schools with CAA now. It's been fulfilling. As I'm teaching them, they're teaching me. I'm learning from everything. I'm just like, I'm really applying the 5 values of social emotional learning to my life. So as I'm teaching social awareness and self-awareness, I have to increase in this myself. So I'm getting that from the whole school community. A lot of them, I come from where they come from. So to be able to make it a little further than our neighborhood and get a lot of experiences, knowledge, and information, I get to pour that back into them. So it's a blessing. To see a kid grow in real time is amazing, because we're impacting the students in ways that none of us may not see for years to come. So to have the opportunity to see that right there, it's like, man, it's inexplicable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beautiful. Like, it's amazing. I empower them to get up in front of the class to introduce themselves. I call it the stage, to be able to showcase their artwork or anything that they feel like is, you know, important enough for the class to know. I empower them to do that. So at Hayes Porter last year, I had kindergarten. I had a student named Kingston. I think it might have been 16 weeks or something like that was a semester. 15 weeks, he did not get on the stage. Everybody went, and I look at him and he'd be like, didn't really talk that much. He probably said 10 words the whole 16 weeks. But that last day of class, he got on stage to get his award. And I call the awards breakthroughs. So he got up there and got his breakthrough. Man, I'm about to tear up. He had his apron on. He had his little palette and his paintbrush with his award. Man, it was amazing. I came back to that kindergarten graduation, and I got to meet his dad and his stepmom. I didn't know his real mom, his biological mom, had passed. So that's why he didn't really want to talk. You know, he was sad. He was going through that. He was grieving. But he's 5 years old, so he don't really know how to do that. He's learning how to express himself through art. Even though he didn't want to talk, his artwork just grew. He was just bold colors and these extreme color blocks and creating his own characters and texture. And even though he didn't talk, I still seen him grow. I still seen growth in his confidence. That was a dope moment to have last school year. I always believed in, when the class starts, be at the door to greet them. I make them get in the line before they walk in, because they be in the hallway doing whatever. So they just walk down the hall like Jumanji. So I get them in order, And then I speak to them, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Okay, hey, welcome back. Hey, come in, find your seat. I'll pass out the work, blah, blah, blah. I introduce artwork to them. The artwork relates to, their world, what they know in reality. I dress just like, what they are into. You know what I'm saying? I'm into Nikes and cool clothes and customizing my clothes, and they are fond of that. Kids know the real. Kids can read a room, they can read a person, so they know what's real and what's fake. And I don't know. I prayed and I just went into the class, man. I just really just let God do him for real. With CAA, I'll have the necessary support and information that I need to be able to pour into them. And I have a niece and nephew who's 4 and 5 as well. So I want to make sure my skills are sharp enough to always be able to relate to them. I'm not in this position. I don't have this platform. I'm not with CAA to like look cool, to be cute, or to like feel important. I have a responsibility. So I have to get these trainings. I have to pay attention and sharpen my skills to be able to pour this down. We are like literally raising kids. They don't always have the support at home. So I'm intentional when I had an hour, when I had that 45 minutes, or whatever the time is, I'm locked in. Art is a way for us to communicate. Not everybody was taught how to communicate or how to express themselves, how to be vulnerable. Art is a way to really take the anxiety away, literally, and show you how to be yourself in a way for you to spread love in the world. It's an honor for me to be able to teach there, and work with them. But it's also an honor to have me teaching them as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a dope artist that, I come in and I pop it in a way where, I'm teaching them how to be themselves. So it's really like, man, it's a blessing. That's really all I can say. Like, it's literally a blessing. You know what I mean?